side two through there.
Murphy in the wall!
No!
Murphy escaped into the wall!
Cause a good song never dies. It just reminds you of where you were. The first time it made you cry. First time you felt alive. No good song never. Cause a good song never dies. No good song never.
The following contest is for the Emerald Crown!
Residents, we're kicking our 20th anniversary event off with an enormous match. Enormous in both the stakes and the men competing in it, Sean.
You know, Super Sigma, something's a little bit different for the man in 2026. He is sans gold, but the thumb is up, and that tells you one thing. Sigma is going to be taking this extra super seriously as he looks to topple his greatest challenge so far, the enigmatic, the absolutely incomparable Ben Braxton, who's already made a huge stir here at the tail end of 2025.
Yeah, that's right. Sigma, former Emerald Crown holder. Sorry, I was just noticing the animosity there between him and James Dalton back on ring announcing duties for tonight. He almost looks naked, doesn't he, Super Sigma, without that Emerald Crown around his waist?
I will say that. Sigma also looks in the best possible shape I've ever seen him in, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
The man is in impeccable condition constantly, possibly understanding the tall task he has to go against just the athletic freak that is the exception.
Well, there he is, the exception. Ben Braxton, the current holder of the Emerald Crown, defeated Sigma towards the tail end of last year. Looking for his first title defense here tonight. He's been basically unstoppable since coming into Riot City, undefeated in singles competition with wins over the likes of Matt Grimbasso and, of course, Sigma. So let's see how he goes here tonight. All the pressure, all the pomp, the circumstance of 20 years riding on his shoulders, Sean. Let's see how he goes.
It is wild to see how comfortable Braxton looks, not only in an RCW ring, but with that Emerald Crown around his waist and holding up high. The man has just solidified his place in RCW and already made himself part of the furniture.
Yeah, he really has. That's a unique thing for an interstater to do, to come over and win a championship. Let's see how long he can hold on to it. We're going to go to our ring announcer, to James Dalton. what an ovation for our Emerald Crown holder. You know, normally Sydney siders don't get such a warm reception here in Adelaide, but Ben Braxton really is the exception to that one, Sean.
Braxton has made it. Hold on, straight away here.
The bell.
The bell is going to start ringing. Of course, what that means is that 15-minute timer has begun, and this is the now finding himself on the other end of the equation here. Now Sigma is the one who's going to be fighting against the clock here. It is 15 minutes or bust.
Yeah, Sigma was excellent at finishing his opponents in short order. Rarely needed that 15-minute time limit when he was the champion. Let's see how he goes. It took Ben Braxton 11 minutes, 48 seconds to pin Sigma in their last encounter. So Sigma's got something to aim for there, Sean.
So with 4 minutes of time to spare, and now, well, there you go. And I think what you're going to find here is Mr. Sigma, Super Sigma, has gone back to the tape, has definitely studied up on the champion. And I think we're going to see a much more methodical, mathematical, precise Sigma in the way he exacts his violence.
That's right. Don't forget, of course, Ben Braxton, not only the Emerald Crown holder, he'll be in PWA's Coliseum coming up in a couple of weeks. The AEW weekend in Sydney. Very keen to see how he goes there. Cover, hold on. Oh, 2 count only.
Not even 2 minutes into the match, and already Sigma realizes how close he came to a second loss to the exception. It is absolutely wild. I was just about to say the athletic ability of both these men, but Braxton in particular moves like a cruiserweight.
Yeah, he really does. He's light on his feet, quicker than a hiccup. Sigma, not so much.
Moving like a middleweight. Oh!
There you go. Well, you know, he'd fit right in Newey Pro. They do have a middleweight championship over there.
You can see here, I think now it's a slight mistake here for Sigma, letting the showmanship get the better of him. I really think what Sigma has to do in this match is simply look to finish things out early, and unfortunately for Sigma, that does mean less showboating. Good Lord, T-bone suplex.
Yeah, extremely high angle on that landing. Hooks the far leg, goes Sigma, 2 count only again.
That is that scramble to the pinfall. I think Sigma smelling a bit of blood there, wanting to get this done quick. And why wouldn't you? The less time you have to spend in the ring with Ben Braxton, the better. Simply put, I do not think you're going to win to the man. You're not going to out-cardio Ben Braxton.
That's right. Watch this now. Sigma, evil intentions in mind. Looking for maybe a vertical suplex. Ben Braxton, I think one of his own maybe.
Oh, seesawing. Jockeying for position. Oh my God.
Yeah, huge amount of back and forth here. Watch up
Coming
and
up.
Floats over.
That is to take absolutely nothing away. Oh, hold on.
Hey, nicely scouted there by Braxton. Saw the low blow attempt coming. Caught it. Ball is up now.
Sigma not the only one who has done his studying. Corkscrew suplex.
Yeah, really, really impressive work there.
And that is to take nothing away from Sigma. Fact of the matter is, the man was a menace in 2025. If you saw yourself across the ring for Sigma, you knew you were in for an absolute war. I mean, Zach Sabbath, Vinny, Snacks, Red Smash, a whole plethora of individuals. Mickey Fortune.
Yeah. It's been just a year of dominance for 2025 for Sigma. Definitely would like to follow that up. Really, the only blemish on his record was Ben Braxton.
Hold on, now picking up speed.
Whoa!
Double clothesline, both men down, thunderous.
2 unstoppable forces collide. You'll love to see it. This is what I'm interested in, how the size matchup goes in this one. Because, you know, we pointed out, Braxton, he can fly with the best of them. He had an excellent match last year with Kit and Red Smash. My personal match of the year in 2025, if you ask me. But now he's got to fight the strong, the big, the solid Sigma.
In another lifetime, I think these two would have been absolutely phenomenal tag team partners. It's a bit of a shame. We've got hero versus villain. I mean, take your pick. Depends on whose side you want on who's who.
And, you know, this is a really great match to start the 20th anniversary with. Super Sigma, he just missed out on debuting around the time of the 10th anniversary. It's been here for 9 years. 9 years of destruction in Riot City Wrestling. Many different personas, but one Super Sigma. And look at this, standing toe-to-toe with Ben Braxton. The gloves are coming off, Sean.
I can tell you what, those forearms, those hits are absolutely reanimating each other back to life. And now we're heading over to Chop City. Why not?
Oh my God.
Straight across the Sigma emblem.
And that made an excellent sound despite the fact Sigma is wearing a top.
I was going to say, I wonder how much, I mean, surely that's an absolutely chiseled 10-pack underneath.
Oh, absolutely. Got to believe it, right? And this is good by Braxton, but Sigma able to counter.
Just coming up to the 10-minute mark here in this match for the Emerald Crown.
Yeah, 10 minutes remaining. Plenty of time.
Oh my God, what the hell?
Hey!
What the hell?
Code red from Sigma. Oh, jeez, just a 2 count though.
Is that code turquoise?
Yeah.
What's that color? Turquoise. Go with turquoise.
Incredible counter from Super Sigma. Braxton didn't have it coming. Now I feel bad for underselling Sigma's ability to have that versatile offense.
Exactly what you have to do in these situations. You have to understand that if you're studying your opponent's studying you. So what do you have to do? You have to go outside of the playbook.
Well.
Deep.
Watch this. Outside of the playbook is right, Sean.
And the superhero's got to fly.
Yeah.
It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's a... Oh, my God.
Hey, the pool was empty, but that was an impressive swanton attempt by Super Sigma.
Coming through, Braxton surely looking to take control.
Yeah.
Devastating forearm.
Using his entire body there as a weapon.
Good Lord, the seeming ease in which Braxton swept Sigma off his feet. The champion looking to build momentum.
And build momentum is right. Like, this guy just doesn't stop. Even now, perpetual motion with that moonsault, that lion salt, I should say. The cover hooks both the legs. 2 count only.
Sigma is in a world of trouble here. He really needs to figure out a way how to halt the momentum, because once Braxton starts, it is hard for the man to stop. If you are Sigma, you need to figure out where is the chink in the armor.
Braxton up and over, courtesy of Sigma.
Oh!
Catches him in the face. Great right there.
The gloves are off. That's exactly right. We are seeing serious Sigma genuinely. This is the man who is able to suplex the damn champion from the apron.
Unbelievable strength on display from Sigma to do that with such little leverage, just pure strength.
And you look now at the face of Sigma, there is a man who knows he's in control, who feels it coming, whirling around.
Oh my God, that Skyliner with extra oomph. There's a cover, 2 and no.
And you notice there, yes, he did hook the leg, but that was a cocky pin to say the least, perhaps not getting that full leverage on top of the champion, and that might be that small 1% that constitutes an error.
Lackadaisical cover, you're right there, Sean. Well spotted. Now I'm curious what Sigma's got in mind. He's on the outside now. He's willingly put himself on the outside. He doesn't have much time to play with, 7.5 minutes. And a count out, he's not the champion. It won't keep, he's got the title, the belt is in his hand.
I can tell you that's not exactly a way to win the championship, but it is a way to hurt your opponent.
Yeah, but at disqualification, we'll see Ben Braxton retain. What is he thinking here? What is Sigma thinking?
Wait a minute. Big brain.
Yeah,
big brain.
Yeah.
Big Braxton. Big boot. Oh, big elbow.
Yeah, I don't think Sigma was able to capitalize on whatever he had planned there. Braxton just rolling through.
Oh,
my God, there's that single leg drop kick. The kip up. Holy cow, look at Braxton now.
Unfortunately, it is not going to pay off bringing the man around.
Just hit the game changer on the 7-footer.
Surely.
2, 3.
Sigma had a plan. He had a second plan. He had a third plan and a backup plan. Unfortunately, still, Ben Braxton found a way to overcome.
That was just over 8.5 minutes there. It's shorter than their first encounter. Ben Braxton has been studying the tape. He's been improving. He's just getting better and better and better. And this is a man who's already at the top of his game.
Ben Braxton now with a defense here in the books. And what an absolutely phenomenal opponent to put on the resume there. He beat Sigma for the title. Now has beat Sigma.
Big Brody Marshall will give him his championship belt. James Dalton is going to have a few words here now with our still Emerald Crown holder.
Ben Braxton, congratulations. You've been on a hell of a run since you joined RCW. You've defended the Emerald Crown. I've got to ask, what is next for you?
What's next for me? Emerald Crown holder. Undefeated in RCW. People thought I was going to get flush from Ben, show up to a match and piss off. No. So tonight, that winner of that Grand Championship, Braxton's never been to Fringe Mania. He's going to the challenge for Fringe Mania.
I think we would all love to see that. Am I right, everybody?
Ben Braxton throwing out the challenge to the Grand Champion for Fringe Mania. Well, Sean Thomas, our first match here at the 20th anniversary. What a huge stake, what a claim of a stake Ben Braxton is making. A championship opportunity for whoever the champion, the Grand Champion is at the end of tonight at Fringe Mania. Can you believe that?
You know, a wrestler that knows his worth is a dangerous wrestler indeed. Ben Braxton knows he's a champion, feels like a champion, looks like a champion, and is now called out a champion.
That's right, we'll have to follow that one. Let's go back center ring with James Dalton.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring, flying out of the locker room, the head coach of Australian Wrestling, Coach Cornell.
Well, Coach Cornell back in singles action for the first time in over 3 years. Of course, we saw him make his triumphant return from injury at the Riot City Rumble towards the end of last year. And here we go at the 20th anniversary of Riot City Wrestling. Coach Cornell in action, Sean.
You know, it makes perfect sense. It does take 3 to 4 years to get your teaching degree. Cornell has gone away, looked to better himself, has put himself in the best possible shape. He is now a fully fledged coach, a teacher, if you will, in his own right, and he's looking to teach all of us in 2026 what he's capable of.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy coming out, he doesn't need any teaching. He doesn't need any education. Because he's been around the block.
Been around the block, but he hasn't been around here in just a little while.
Normally this is the theme for the tag team, but tonight he is going solo.
Of course, representing the Armstrongs, along with his brother, Nick Armstrong. They are former RCW Tag Team Champs, and of course, Jed Armstrong, former holder of the Emerald Crown himself.
And Jed Armstrong, he was around 10 years ago at our 10th anniversary, but was unable to compete on that show due to injury. So tonight, here he is at the 20th anniversary, still here and kicking. Former Strength Cup holder, former Tag Team Champion, former Emerald Crown holder. Truly one of the most decorated, one of the most long-tenured stars here in Riot City Wrestling.
It's absolutely a phenomenal choice for Coach Cornell to put himself up against. And again, you know, we're at the beginning of the year here. 2026, in a lot of ways, is a clean slate. This is the perfect opportunity to, well, show even Big Brody Marshall what you're made of and why you should maybe be moving up the pecking order and maybe also eyeing off some titles in the future.
Well, you know, Fringe Mania is coming up. Jed Armstrong, a former King of the Fringe winner. So many accolades to his name. Could the Grand Championship be on his mind here in the new year of 2026?
You can see that even champions have the Grand Championship on their mind. We just heard from Ben Braxton, who laid down the gauntlet to, at least at this point, Dean Brady by the end of the night. Who knows?
Well, Dean Brady's got 4 competitors in that one of which Mr. Cliff, who we know has issues with Coach Cornell. And I'm sure Coach Cornell in here steaming about that one. Mr. Cliff being in a main event for the RCW Grand Championship before he ever did.
Just because I know the internet will come for you for this one, he's got 3 competitors. He is the 4th competitor.
Oh, very good, very good.
You know, your best opponent is yourself oftentimes.
Sometimes your mind can play tricks on you. All right, here we go. Top wrist lock by Coach Cornell.
See there, it feels like time away has done nothing to slow down Jed Armstrong. The methodical technician himself is really, well, I mean, taking Coach Cornell to school, as it were.
He is. Oh, Coach Cornell went for that chin lock, countered by Jet Armstrong so quick.
I was going to say, it seems as soon as Cornell gets any sort of purchase, Jet Armstrong has an immediate reversal there.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go, Jet. Low basement drop kick.
Straight to the side of the head there, the temple.
Yeah, Coach Cornell, he was really on the ascendancy back in 2022 before, unfortunately, he got injured. Looking to get back to that spot, reclaim that momentum that he once had. And a big win here tonight would definitely set him up for that.
You know, it is hard. We haven't seen Jet Armstrong in a little while, and you can even get a little bit of ring rust, as it were, after a few weeks, a few months out. It's hard to imagine exactly what a couple of years can do to you, not even physically, but mentally. Do you worry if you can still go? Do you worry if you can still go at the same pace
that you
once were?
You'd have to worry about that. Here we go, Jet. Hard knife edge chop to the chest of Coach Cornell.
Something about the... well, I guess that wake-up call after a number of years. What does it feel like to get a chop? You're shocking your body back into taking that beating.
Well, the adrenaline would be coursing through the coach's body like never before. Yeah, he's been in Rumbles. Yeah, he's had that multi-man tag match, but this is his first time being fully exposed here in singles competition.
Fully exposed there to the 10 punches straight to the head and down. Cornell goes. He's going to have to find some way to unrattle those cobwebs there.
And this is a nice counter with that exploder suplex there. Cover, hooks the far leg, just a one. No, 2 count. Sorry, it is a 2 count. I apologize.
Lord! High up on the neck of Jet Armstrong. Ragdolling it by the neck.
Yeah, ragdolling is right. Of course, we mentioned the King of the Fringe. We've got a Battle Royale coming up here later tonight. The winner will get the final spot in that one. It's, of course, a gauntlet match, so the final spot is the prime spot, if you will. Cornell was in the very, very first King of the Fringe gauntlet match back in 2020.
Yeah, Fringe is all about opportunity, and that is an opportunity is what all the wrestlers here at RCW are about here. Looking for that opportunity, looking for the chance to prove themselves.
2 count again.
Woo! There we go, take a bit of time.
A little bit of push-ups. Nothing like a little bit of exertion to get you going, get the blood flowing.
See, they're very two distinct body types, body styles, and fighting styles between the two men. Very much diametrically opposed in a lot of ways, which makes often for a perfect matchup.
Yeah, styles make fights, as they say. And right now, this is a real fight in the corner of Cornell.
Cornell now looking to firmly control. He seems to be very much targeting the neck of Jet Armstrong now, really just trying to focus, wear him down. And there, case in point, all the weight lurched forward, straight around the neck of Armstrong.
Well, of course, Cornell, when he was last here, he liked to implement those high-angle back suplexes, those German suplexes, a lot of torque on the neck, on the upper spine area. So let's see if his moveset still incorporates those moves or not.
You know, I've had the chance briefly in a past life to actually train with Cornell very briefly, and the thing that is often undersung by Cornell is actually that combination of strength and dexterity the man does employ. He is freakishly strong and deceptively fast.
Well, a former state amateur wrestling champion as well, so this guy is a serious, legit wrestler.
The mind on him as well for the business inside the ring. The firm passion. I get the firm passion for coaching as well.
Yeah, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought this guy would become a coach? 2 count. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Once hailed from Cornell Manor. I'm not sure about Cornell Manor. I'm not sure if that went up for sale recently or not, or if he still resides there.
I assume that's how he paid for the degree.
Yeah, degrees aren't cheap these days, especially after the university merger. Anyway.
Jet Armstrong, boot up, manages to catch a break. That's exactly what Jet needs, just a little bit of separation now. Yep,
exactly. He's had Cornell smothering him for the better part of this match. Both men are down, the count is on.
And, you know, unlike the match that we just saw early, there is no time limit. We don't have to wait 15 minutes to decide a victor. This could be done in 2 minutes, it could be done in half an hour.
Yeah, we'll find out hopefully sooner rather than later. Saito suplex.
There you go, says I can drop you on your head with a suplex too.
Jet Armstrong, and an Enziguri follows it up with.
Early on, Jet was obviously attacking the arm, getting ready for that arm stronger bar, but now...
Oh, the The Lion Salt, it hits, hooks both legs. Oh my God, I thought that was 3. I thought that was 3.
Jet now is just looking to just exert as much violence as he can on the man.
Man's not happy with the outcome there, but that was a 2. Referee Josh Stewart confirming.
Here we go. Jet Armstrong in this sort of environment, managing to keep cool. You have to keep a level head. Simply stick to the game plan.
Kick to the midsection, setting up for sliced bread, doesn't get it.
Oh no, speaking, oh God!
There's what I'm talking about. That German suplex, but Jet is back to his feet. Jet though catching another one. That one a real low German.
Oh my God! Snap suplex. Very low bridge there, but still.
Yeah, snap German. But that's the variations that Cornell has.
That's exactly right. Oddly enough, if you're expecting a high German, you may only have time to brace your body for it, change it up.
All right, Cornell in firm control of this one. And Jet, that work that was done earlier on the neck, it's got to be paying dividends right now for Cornell.
Jet, this is kind of the name of the game here. Cornell's just looking to wear Jet down, seemingly has an answer for everything, and Jet can't catch a break.
Yeah, that's strength on display for Cornell. Really impressive.
Rolling Death Valley driver.
This could be it. This could be it. Oh my, was that 2?
That was 2.
That was 2.
How many times can a man get dropped on his head before he stays down for 3?
Well, how many near falls have we seen in this one?
Oh, Jet neck strong. I think, at least for the moment, Armstrong has had to simply forego any sort of arm-based offense. You're seeing a lot of those high kicks. He's looking to simply incapacitate his opponent, get a bit of separation. Once again!
There's that sliced bread. Jet Armstrong finds sliced bread, and he calls that the jet lag. Huge kick to the side of the head.
Hold on!
3.
Oh my God!
And Jet Armstrong victorious in his first singles match in over 6 months, Sean.
And I think that is exactly what Armstrong was planning to do. You notice, playing the long game here, simply trying to look for that one strike, that one hit, one form of offense that would take the man out.
That was an incredible game plan from Cornell. He prevented any kind of arm-based offense from Jet Armstrong. He knew the Armstronger bar would come sooner rather than later. Jet Armstrong had to compensate with his offense, found that jet lag, the first time we've seen it, gets the 1, the 2, and the 3, and Jet Armstrong victorious here at the 20th anniversary.
Well, this is what it means to be a veteran at RCW, does it? The ability to adapt, the ability to have 1, 2, 3 different options in terms of how you can put away an opponent. And for Jet, what does that say coming in as a singles competitor now? You've done the tag team thing, you've done the singles thing, you've proven you can do both at an exceptionally high level. So my question is, what does 2026 mean for Jet Armstrong?
Could this be the year Jet Armstrong finally breaks through and gets what is always wanted, the Grand Championship? Well, time will certainly tell. We've got so many more matchups coming here. But next up in action, we're going to see a man who's been around for a lot longer than 20 years. Let's go back to James Dalton. Oh, but first, earlier today we had Mickey Fortune, Layla Page making their way to the Goodwood Community Centre for their blockbuster rematch. That's going to come up later tonight.
And of course, we're going to have 6-person tag affair. Could be the move, teaming up with Kidder. An odd couple, to say the least, an odd trio going up against Party Hard. And who would thunk it? Hugh Beauty himself.
The following is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
And yes, before when I said someone who's been around for a lot longer than 20 years, I was not referring to James Dalton. I was referring to this man, or should I say this old man, his words, not mine. The former master of mayhem, now with his 20th century boy, it's old man Havoc.
Do not adjust your dial or your small flat screen TV here, whatever resolution you're watching, and this is indeed Old Man Havoc said for singles affair. You want to talk about the history of RCW, hell, the history of professional wrestling in Australia. You can't say that without mentioning Havoc, and what the hell is going on?
Yeah. What's this guy doing here? Where's he? Well, we know Bob isn't here tonight, but Jimmy C, what's going on?
Fantastic. So, I can see you two, oh, you're real cute. You got dressed up for the occasion, looking like Team Back to the Future. Could you just, a little bit, a very important thing to say to these two gentlemen. So, I promised you an opponent for ReAnimated. I know Bob's not here. And you know Jimmy C, he really hates breaking his promises. But unfortunately, there is no match.
No match? Hell.
Again, appreciate you coming out. Happy anniversary, everyone. We'll try this again next month, okay?
No, Jimmy. That isn't going to work, mate. I have given you all week to find an opponent, and apparently you haven't had one. So, I'm giving you the count of 10 to find someone, otherwise it is Jimmy C versus Havoc.
Jimmy C versus Havoc?
You know what? That's what I'd like to see.
Shut up. Everyone count with me. 10, 9.
Oh, please, I want to see this. Absolutely. Havoc versus Jimmy C. Let's go.
Jimmy C desperate. Is someone going to answer the call? Oh my. That
You know what?
music.
You might even call it an answer from a god, I think, as far as Jimmy C is concerned.
Divine intervention, perhaps?
Being accompanied by Sir Simple Simon, the Gold Star, Prince Apollo.
There you go, Prince Apollo answering the call from Big Brody Marshall, saving Jimmy C's skin. I think old man Havoc, thank goodness, is going to have a partner, a dance partner here tonight.
And thank goodness we're going to have a match here tonight. This is the 20th anniversary of Riot City Wrestling, and we need to see Havoc in action. This man has been a very important part of Riot City Wrestling, a former RCW Tag Team Champion, a former RCW Champion, a man with over 25 years in-ring experience, going up against someone who just recently celebrated 1 year of in-ring experience.
Of course, yeah, you know, you look at the history books here, Havoc's in-ring wrestling career is older than RCW's career.
It is. Havoc was a veteran, more or less, when RCW was founded.
I was just talking about early before we were interrupted by Jimmy C. You cannot talk about the history of South Australian, hell, Australian professional wrestling and not mention Havoc's name. A hardcore legend of the Australian wrestling scene and just a phenomenal athlete who, I dare say, is in the prime of his career currently.
Yeah, I feel like every year we say this man is in the prime of his career. I remember nearly 2 years ago now, we were celebrating his 25th anniversary, and now to be here in 2026, Havoc still going strong. It brings a tear to my eye.
Well, honestly, it's because there are still a plethora of individuals in the back who want to step up to Havoc. New blood, such as Prince Apollo, who want to test their mettle against the legend.
That's right, Prince Apollo. Very busy year last year. 23 matches across 3 different companies.
See the man, absolutely. You know, ring rust, not a thing for Havoc based on those stats there. I think Apollo is really going to have to up his game. He wants to take on the veteran, and he'll have time outside the ring to think about that.
Well, Apollo paying for it. And look, let's not talk about the win-loss ratio of those 23 matches. Apollo, I'm sure, remembers every single time that he got pinned over the last 12 months. The humiliation, the disrespect, the way he sees it. The way I see it, all very valuable learning experiences, as is this one, being in the ring with a veteran like Havoc.
Talk about a lesson learned. I think Jimmy C needs to stay well away. Oh, God!
Simon and Jimmy C colliding on the outside here. A lot of people on the outside.
I was going to say, it's more people outside of the ring than there is in. Got it. Good for the referee. Coming in there, Apollo suplexing Havoc back into the squared circle, and now coming, I was going to say, bring him into the center of the ring.
2 count only for Prince Apollo. And Prince Apollo is someone who, at our 30th anniversary, in 2036, I could see Prince Apollo being someone who, at that time, will be a multi-time Grand Champion. Who knows, a multi-time Emerald Crown holder. Maybe he wins the Riot City Rumble. He has a huge career in front of him. He's just got to not get too in his own head, I think.
As the most nonchalant backdrop, sidewalk slam I've ever seen. But yes, to your point, Prince Apollo, one thing you can say about the man, he is not lacking confidence. And that is exactly what you need in this ring. Absolutely. Take on board these challenges. Come with 10 seconds to spare. Have your ring gear with you at all times. Challenge the men like Havoc inside the ring.
Yeah, it's all great stuff, all great learning. Prince Apollo has got something wrong with his interior.
Oh
his
my God,
insides,
wait,
and there's
come on.
Yeah, Simon up on the apron there, and now a beautiful Northern Lights suplex almost gets it done.
Oh, outside of the ring there, Jimmy C says, Super Simon exchanging pleasantries.
And Jimmy likes what he sees. So Simple Simon, someone who has been around for a very long time, only a recent entrant here at Riot City Wrestling. Made his debut back at the Riot City Rumble, but he is the manservant of Prince Apollo, who somehow was able to knight him, making Sir Simple Simon.
I'll just say, there's a bit of a toxic relationship between Simon and Apollo, to say the very least. I'm not fully on board what exactly constitutes a manservant in this situation, but for now, is looking out for number one, which is the Gold Star Prince Apollo inside the ring.
Gold Star putting on a bit of a clinic right now. Nice high knee in the corner. Rocking the jaw of Havoc. And this, I love this. Just disorientating Havoc with that snapmare. Follows it up. Beautiful low drop kick.
Now, both Prince Apollo and later we will see Layla Page in the ring have been applying their craft at our Main Street Mayhems. It is a perfect way to see the future stars of RCW. And now, of course, it builds bridges heading towards spots on shows like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to see a few names, I'm sure. The Battle Royale coming up, who cut their teeth on Main Street Mayhem for the last 12 months. You've got to get along to those events. The stars of tomorrow are born right there.
Apollo actually more than handling his own against the, over 25-year veteran now that is Havoc.
Hey, look. You got to give some credit to Sir Simple Simon. He picked his opportunity to strike, given a huge assist to Prince Apollo. I know I've seen these two guys work together, and sometimes I do wonder if Simple Simon is worth the money that he gets paid, but tonight we will find out.
Now, you want to talk about relationships as well, let's not forget 20th century boy on the outside. I mean, the history that Havoc and Mr. Ben have on the outside is long and tenured and odd.
Hey, look, the 20th century was a great century. A lot of great stuff happened. I do have to tell you, though, it was 26 years ago, so maybe, I don't know, give it the times a bit, Ben.
Havoc now, once again, has come into control, and that is a second rope elbow drop square into the chest of the Gold Star. 2.5.
Yeah, very, very nicely done there. Havoc still able to put correct pin onto the time. Now he's got to follow this up. What is he going to do?
Let's not forget, of course, Havoc really wanting to get his hands on the bitter old bastard, and that's exactly what we've been waiting for here. Jimmy C, I have to say, is a bit suspect that Bob wasn't able to be here tonight. I think that was orchestrated, if nothing else.
Oh! Nice blue thunder bomb, deep cover. Whoa, 2 count again. Yeah, and it's interesting for me because what else could Bob possibly be doing tonight? This is a huge deal. This is 20 years in the making right now. What's Bob doing? Washing his hair? Where is he?
I'd say, for now at least, as Jimmy C is looking to take his, not exactly his new client, but at least somebody that he has a common interest with. Jimmy C can only hide his client for so long. Wait a minute, coming through!
Tope Suicida from Old Man Havoc. Can you believe that? 25 plus years and he's still pulling out moves like that.
Havoc diving through the ropes. Not exactly a sentence I expected to hear.
Havoc on the ascendancy now. Rolls Apollo back in the ring. Now he's going to find himself. What's he doing?
I mean, again, coming to the top rope a little bit. Not exactly new from Havoc, but it's not exactly usual. But Old Man Havoc.
Oh, watch Jimmy C. Watch Jimmy C.
Oh, well, I mean, I tried to watch Jimmy C, but he's now been shaken loose. But unfortunately, Apollo is going to pick the scraps and take advantage.
Havoc fell from that enormous height there.
Oh, wait, no!
Oh, there's that high angle suplex floating over the cover. The cover. Oh!
Good grief!
Just the 2.
2 9/10. Havoc so close, barely able to get the shoulder up in time.
Hey, credit Jimmy C, credit Sir Simple Simon. And these two have such a history. Ben Rosenthal, Jimmy C on the outside.
I'd say it's another match about to start on the outside here. And Ben and Jimmy pointing, poking, prodding.
Nearly 7 years of animosity right there. Watch Sir Simple Simon. Watch Apollo colliding there. And Havoc, Schoolboy.
Wait, Havoc, no, that's a 4, 5.
Old Man Havoc with the Schoolboy cover.
Oh!
And somehow, someway, simple as you like it, Schoolboy cover, the 1, 2, 3. Old Man Havoc victorious against his surprise opponent here tonight.
Yeah, you can't teach an old man new tricks, that's for damn sure. Havoc showing again why perhaps he is the gold star of RCW at least. And I will say, Apollo does not come off looking too shabby. The man went toe-to-toe with the veteran.
Hey, watch Jimmy C, watch Jimmy C. Oh my God, Jimmy C.
Don't watch Jimmy C, oh my God,
Is he wearing any underwear? What's going on here? That is, oh God, get him out of here, get him out of here. I just caught
Jimmy G?
I caught a lot more Jimmy C than I wanted tonight.
That's highly unfortunate for my eyes. You know, maybe Jimmy C will take some time to lick his wounds, put some clothes on, and maybe give a call to Bob and see if he'll come back to answer the call against Old Man Havoc.
Well, there you have it. Old Man Havoc victorious here. ReAnimated 20th anniversary. And Sean, you know, we're very privileged to be here calling all the action, but, you know, we're just the latest in a long line of commentators who've been here at Riot City Wrestling. And I want to pay particular thanks right now to guys like Andy Cruz, to Kurt Powers, to Todd Eastman, to Sean Fuster, to Paul Roberts, and of course, Wolfdog and Josh Armour. All paved the way to allow us to sit here and do what we do tonight.
And of course, talking about tonight, you see one of the competitors in the main event tonight, REDSHAW, looking to vie for the Grand Championship against the champion, Dean Brady. And of course, that also includes that man, Mr. Cliff, and that man, the White Rhino, REDSHAW.
The following is the Battle Royal to determine who gets the last spot in the King of the Fringe tournament. Making their way to the rings, James Gray.
Well, I don't know if you want to call Joe Master being an underwhelming final entrant, but nevertheless we have a battle royale here to determine who gets that final spot, that coveted final spot in the King of the Fringe gauntlet match. You want that spot because it almost guarantees you that you're going to be there at the very, very end. And the bell sounds, we're underway. Battle Royale here. Let's take a look at what we've got in the ring. I'm seeing we've got Matt Grimbasso, we've got Violet Blitz of the Old Guard, we've got Izzy Shaw, Amber, Haley Hendricks, Dr. Gouda, Joe Master. Oh my God, everyone's here.
For the uninitiated, if you happen to join us recently, if you've ever seen a Riot City Rumble, this is a little bit different. You don't get a staggered entrance.
He's healed. Joe Master is healed.
Is he? He was never hurt.
I seem to remember Einar the Strange hitting him with his own sign.
But with Battle Royale rules, everyone starts until we're left with one. It is truly chaos personified.
Yeah, seeing everyone in this ring, this massive humanity here, you wonder what strategy you could even employ.
What the hell is going on? Who's underneath?
Well, there's no pins here, but I guess if there was, everyone's just pinned Joe Master, maybe. Fans are chanting Gouda. Gouda recently winning a match to become the king of the Big Shed, or the Big Shed champion. But watch Joe Master eliminated.
I don't know if you notice here, Haley Hendricks also on the shoulder of Amber in the back. It's absolutely ridiculous out here.
And together they make almost one Matt Grimbasso.
I was going to say, it's about the same size. Gouda
perched up top. Probably not a great spot for him to be.
Oh, wait a minute. Gouda. And now here we go. The first two entrants now have officially been eliminated. It is open season here.
That's right. First blood has been drawn here in this one.
The Cray and Xavier Carter in one quarter.
Einar the Strange almost.
Oh my God.
Almost eliminated as well. Watch Haley Hendricks on the other side there. Got Izzy Shaw. Izzy Shaw might think powerbomb, perhaps.
Oh my God. Haley Hendricks. Oh, dumped over as Amber comes from the outside.
Yeah, Izzy Shaw, thanks for coming. Amber and Haley Hendricks almost working like a little team there.
Gonna say a strange alliance that unfortunately cut short by a vicious spine buster by by Violet Blitz. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There is just so much going on here. This is a Battle Royale is always a fun match. Very hard for us commentators to call. Spare a thought for us guys. Come on.
I was going to say, it's going to be a little bit hard. We have to wait until the herd is culled at least slightly before you get any semblance of it'll be less chaos on our end, I'll say that.
Haley Hendricks gone courtesy of Violet Blitz. Old Guard doing well to stay united.
Oh, hold on.
Joey Triton gets slammed courtesy of Matt Grimbasso.
Brody Hunter have Xavier Carter on the ropes, almost out.
And I just want to point out for those of you, those statisticians, those history nerds like myself, Matt Grimbasso, the only person on this card here tonight that was on the very first Riot City Wrestling event, ReAnimated won back in 2006.
Been over 20 years of the man still going strong and still looking towards the future as he looks to mentor Dean Brady and Violet Blitz to even further success here heading into 2026. Xavier Carter again almost eliminated by Brody Hunter.
Watch Scorch sporting some new gear here tonight. Looks great. And
wait,
Brody Hunter.
And Joey Triton together out. Brody Hunter with a double elimination.
Yeah, well done, well done. Watch the young gun though.
Oh!
Dragon suplex. Xavier Carter.
Notice I think now Cray trying to choke out Ricardo in the corner. That's one way to eliminate your opponent, knock him out first.
I've noticed Cray spent a lot of time.
Hold on!
Oh, yeah, watch out for Brody Hunter. Scorch making a beeline to the back right past us here.
And now.
Watch Xavier Carter in a bad spot. He did go over the rope there.
There's 9 people left in this match. Oh my God!
Oh, right on the apron. Xavier Carter out of here.
Brody Hunter almost with just an Uranagi straight to the outside.
And I just was going to say earlier, great strategy by James Cray, staying on the ground. I think Einar the Strange has caught wise to it.
You can see here Ricardo trying desperately to fight the Old Guard by himself.
Yeah, and the Old Guard teaming up, forming their usual alliances here in this one.
Let's not forget the very first time that we saw Ricardo, or one of the first few times we've seen Ricardo, has been in direct opposition to the Old Guard.
Yeah. Ricardo, although out already, he sent packing. the Ricardo.
The herd is thinning. What a goddamn odd fight we have here in the corner here. Kai Thorne and Amber.
Yet strangely, they seem perfectly matched for each other.
Here we go.
The herald of the new age, Kai Thorne and Einar the Strange tangling there in the center of the ring. You've got, of course, Brody Hunter and Grim on the outside, and Amber just taking the legs out from underneath Kai Thorne.
Kai Thorne jumped on his head. Einar and Amber, shades of purgatory being removed again on this earth.
A little purgatory and reunion, eh? I'm here for it. Huge part of Riot City Wrestling over the last several years.
James Gray taking a moment to, I think, concoct a plan on his own.
Forming an alliance here with the old guard for a moment, maybe. Very, very smart from James Gray.
We're in the final 6 competitors here. Hold on!
James Gray abandoning that alliance immediately.
That may have been a dire mistake from Gray.
I think it was, and now he's between a rock and a hard place.
On one end, you got Purgatory. On another, the old guard. Oh! Well!
There's the encore, but I don't think we're going to see any more from James Gray tonight.
Einar the Strange firmly and emphatically eliminating James Gray, and then there were 5.
An eclectic and unusual final 5, to say the least.
That's it, Violet Blitz, Grim, Amber, Einar the Strange, Brody Hunter. Good Lord, look how tall Brody Hunter is, and now battle lines have been drawn!
And for the first time in this match, the old guard do not have a clear advantage.
Exactly right, and Dean Brady, of course, will be in the main event. Later on, he will not be in this match. He has not been in this match, and that has left Grim Basso and Violet Blitz alone here now.
And Amber's gone out over the top rope. She's in a precarious situation right now, and Brody Hunter, inadvertently, I think.
That big boot. I don't know if Einar's going to see it that way. Oh my God!
There's a Sparta boot. Violet eliminates Einar.
Together, the old guard dropped the curtain on Einar.
Hey, watch this, watch this! My God, Brody Hunter has just chokeslammed Grim, and nobody chokeslams Grim.
Oh my God! Wait a minute!
He just eliminated Grim.
Brody Hunter eliminates Grim. And then there were 2.
A final 2. We have Violet Blitz, Brody Hunter. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? The referees.
Wait! Brody Hunter!
I was going to say the referees are trying to control Grim.
What do you mean?
They didn't see it.
Brody Hunter just eliminated Violet Blitz.
Yeah, well, the refs didn't see it. They didn't tell me to ring the bell. They were too busy with Grim on the outside.
You're absolutely right. Grim there with all 3 referees.
And Violet is back in the ring like nothing happened.
Wait, no. Oh my God.
Did the refs see this one?
Wait, the bell's been rung. What are you? Violet Blitz sneaking back into the ring when the referees were preoccupied with Matt Grim Basso. And unfortunately, the history books will now show Violet Blitz as the winner of this Battle Royale.
Well, chalk one up in the win column tonight for the old guard. First of what could be 2 big wins here at the 20th anniversary. Violet Blitz will go on to King of the Fringe. She will be in that final position in the gauntlet match. She has a chance at going all the way and challenging for either the Emerald Crown, the tag titles, or that Grand Championship, Sean.
Now, I've got to say, for all the talk about the old guard being the future or wanting to encourage the future of this business, maybe you don't have to look much further than Brody Hunter. What an absolutely phenomenal showing from the man who technically went all the way. Good God.
Yeah, he chokeslammed Grim, which never ever happens. I think in 20 years, that is the first time Grim has ever been hit with that move. That's his move.
Well, be that as it may, Violet Blitz has earned, with an asterisk, her shot. And that is what we talk about. Opportunity is now coming Violet Blitz's way as we head into the Fringe.
This has been an historic night already here at the 20th anniversary of Riot City Wrestling at ReAnimated. We've got a huge second half coming up for you, including that all-important 4-way match, the RCW Grand Championship. We're going to take a short break and we'll see you on the other side.
The following contest is a 6-man tag scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Making their way to the ring, the team of
Thank you for joining us here at the second half of ReAnimated, the 20th anniversary. We're going to resume with a 6-man tag team match here with CBTM and Kit.
You know, when this was first announced, I was a little bit confused about exactly how the team of CBTM and Kit would mesh together. But looking at the general mood that all three of these men are exuding, I think I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got the former tag team champions of Vincent DiMaria and Snacks, and of course the recently returning Kit, who's got a huge V in his bonnet, a huge chip on his shoulder, and a massive point to prove, Sean.
Yeah, but Kit and CBTM are coming in with a, we'll call it a dour mood, and I think that's exactly what they're going to be looking to combat the team that you're about to see here.
You know, it was the fairy tale story to end 2025 when Party Hard became the Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Champions. After years and years of trying, they finally got the job done, defended it successfully at our last event of 2025, and they're riding high, sitting pretty as your tag champs, Sean.
You know, I'm trying to figure out what exactly this team is called. Is it Beauty Hard? Party Beauty?
The Hard Beauties.
Hard Beauty Party? The Hard Beauties?
Well, Hugh Beauty, the third member of this team, he won the Ashes back in 2025, defeating James Cray in that awesome best-of-3 series. And then much like Hugh Beauty, the actual Australian men's cricket team won the Ashes not too long ago. So
I couldn't have told you that.
I think he definitely inspired Steve Smith, Pat Cummins, and the boys to win the Ashes.
I definitely could not have told you that. And now we're seeing exactly why we have the team of Hugh Beauty and Party Hard. Gonna say, diametrically opposed vibes between these two teams.
Yeah. Great team. They look great on paper. They look great standing there in the ring. Let's see how they go from the bell sounds.
6-person tag rules in effect. 2 of your partners on the outside. 1 member of each team in the ring. 1 fall to a finish, pins and submissions. Hell, no time limit. The same for the Emerald Crown.
And it ain't for the tag team championships, but you've got to think a win by CBTM would put them definitely back in the hunt.
That's what we know, is that as 2025 came to a close, the tag team division has truly been heating up between Party Hard, CBTM, the Armstrongs, everyone else under the sun that have been vying for the tag team titles. Hell, the old guards.
I mean, it's shocking to me that it took Party Hard as long as it did to finally become champions, but it's so good to see them carry those championship belts around.
Oh wait, here we go, Hugh Beauty.
Bell is not actually sounded. The match not official yet. Just shows the frustration on display of CBTM, your former tag team champions.
Oh wait, starting things off here, and I noticed already now, you know what? Now we have Banjo Powers and Kit in the ring here to start this match off. It is official.
It is official. Garmangiri from #Hard Banjo Powers, who's looking in, might I say, some of the most incredible shape I have ever seen.
I have to say, one of the most incredible physiques on the roster, if I dare say so myself.
Oh, and look. CBTM preventing that slice bread, or should I say that bandido from occurring.
I've never seen a man just dragged by 3 men straight into the tree of woe. Incredible.
Great ring IQ, ring awareness from the former tag champs.
Now both Hugh Beauty and Ty back on the apron now. But unfortunately, I have to say the damage that early onslaught has been done to Banjo Powers. It's going to be an uphill battle from now to get any semblance of momentum back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You've got to make sure that you don't spend too long in your opponent's corner, because just like a regular tag team match, you've got your two guys right there.
Fingertips away at sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. And Vincent DiMaria's got to do a job here. He's got to make sure that he puts himself between Banjo Powers and his partners, but a back stabber, back cracker like that will definitely help.
An absolutely dirty backbreaker, now isolating Banjo Powers in the corner. And you know, as much as we were introduced to Snacks and Vincent DiMaria as singles competitors, they've really found their groove and their danger as a tag team. CBTM has been a revelation for both these two men.
And look, I don't want to play the devil's advocate here, but Party Hard never actually pinned CBTM to become tag team champions. They won it in that tables match.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I think CBTM has kind of firmly established themselves as the standard bearers for the tag team division here, and Party Hard have to face an uphill battle just to get those titles off. And it's actually interesting, you look on that other side of the equation, for both Party Guy and Banjo Powers, oh my god, the tag team titles are their first titles, period.
Yep, that's exactly right. Vincent DiMaria, former Emerald Crown holder. He won that Emerald Crown back a couple of years ago at Fringe Mania. A huge stage there, pinning Dean Brady of all people.
Banjo Powers and Vincent DiMaria had battles with the champion, well, at the time, the Grand Champion, Chris Basso. Both men showed their mettle against the champion and now finding themselves in individual tag teams. And again! I've got to say though, the CBTM, it has been an odd transition to what we see of them now.
Yeah, of course we remember RCW 300 back in July is when we first saw these shades of grey from CBTM. Beautiful super kick there from Banjo. And they've just been using every opportunity there is to walk away with the victory.
See, now Banjo finally getting to his corner, and Hugh Beauty answers the call.
Yeah, tag made to your Ashes champion of 2025, Hugh Beauty. And this guy has just been so impressive here.
Spinebuster, hell yeah.
Absolutely scintillating spinebuster.
Hugh Beauty, another man who has shown his prowess inside the ring for 2025 in that fantastic trilogy against James Gray.
There's that line and length. And I think he's going to follow it up.
Cricket reference.
He's going to go for a wicket double here, I think.
Cricket reference.
Maybe the hat trick? Oh, come on, please.
Here we go, a CBTM sandwich.
He's got two. Can he make it 3 and 3?
And now Kit.
Oh no, a hat trick denied by Kit.
The party pooper that is Kit came in clutch there for CBTM. Has to be thrown off by the referee.
Here's a cover now by Snacks. 2 count only.
Now those tags, the tags coming fast and furious for the team CBTM and Kit, who have really done well to isolate the members of Party Hard, well, Party Beauty, Hard Party, them, the three of them.
And as that Boston crab taught in the dojos of New Japan, the New Zealand dojo, a young lion move they teach you when you first get started, used to great effect by Vincent DiMaria.
And really just wrenching back on the long torso of Hugh Beauty, who's inching closer and closer, but denied.
Yeah, really nice done. Really nice work there.
Vinny bringing him back to the center of the ring. Hugh Beauty, that's the thing about the longevity of his time here in the ring here. On the back, what that does to the lower back of a wrestler.
Yeah, Hugh Beauty got the rope though. The hold has to be broken.
Hit now. Flirting with the edges of a law here.
A really nice work from Hugh Beauty there, countering what could have been a single crab.
Hold
single
on.
leg crab.
He sees it, yes!
There's that tag. Here comes the fresh Party Guy tie.
Oh my God!
Hey!
Poetry in motion inadvertently by Vinny.
Hey, Vinny is just such a good tag team wrestler. He helps out his opposition.
Anyone's tag team, and now the Manhattan drop. Oh!
He's gonna ring the bell. And now watch it.
Oh no, beware!
He's gonna crank it up to 11.
The nipples have been clamped. Oh, and the heads have been clocked. The bell has been rung.
Friendly fire, and there it is again.
Kit's nipples are on fire.
The decibel in this room Garmangiri from Party Guy. There is the best dropkick in Riot City Wrestling.
Party Guy Ty is hitting anyone that moves. Wait a minute!
There's that Party Popper. He's a house on fire as Party Guy Ty.
Party Guy Ty has cleared house. He's been itching to get his way into the ring and the glasses have been thrown.
Well, Party Guy Ty has been so important to Riot City Wrestling for the last 5 or so years. So good to see him here in the ring. And what is he going to do for us right now on the tippy top rope?
Taking to the skies. Party Guy flying high.
Nobody home.
Vinny wisely moving out of the way at the last second to avoid disaster. Now Kit, the dangerous psychopath, is making his way into the ring.
Kit really the danger man in this one. You just never know what he's got. We saw he added the Juggernaut driver 97 to his arsenal, but oh, wait. 2. Oh, nearly 3 there.
Unfortunately, I think at the best of times, Kit doesn't know what he's got to do. Simply about red hot fury. Double kick there from Party Hard. Now we're going to see some tag team excellence.
Kit gets caught there.
Hold on. Oh! Now coming through here. Snack spinning, both in the ring, and now we need to kind of restore some order here. Oh! Hugh Beauty taken out, and again Snack still in the ring, and now Hugh Beauty in a world of danger.
Oh no, they call this one the rose-colored hammer. Can they pull it off?
Hugh Beauty pulled off of Party Hard again, the Party Popper! Party Popper times 2!
Dual Party Poppers, and now the team of Party Hard and Hugh Beauty standing tall. Wait. Hugh Beauty.
He spots it. He sees it.
Takes to the sky. Nicely done, Hugh Beauty. That leaves Kit alone in the ring with Party Hard. Oh, no. We've seen them do this one before.
Oh, my God. I don't think Kit realizes where he's at.
This, if they hit it, it will be the hardest.
Oh, my Jude Lord!
The hardest DDT. 2, 3.
Unfortunately, I think he's going to be needing a first aid kit because that DDT was absolutely deadly.
Well, that hardest DDT finding its mark. And again, a victory here for Party Hard over CBTM. They just pinned them. They showed it can be done. Still victorious here at the 20th anniversary. Getting ahead of myself here, Sean.
I mean, CBTM has already tucked tail and ran. They're looking to lick their wounds. And that leaves the party to continue on here in the ring. And that is what you call, and it's the word of the night tonight, that is momentum.
Absolute momentum. And don't forget, coming up at Fringe Mania, we have 3 enormous events. We're going to have on the 7th of March, Big Top Beatdown. On the 14th of March, Mega Slam. And then rounding it all out the 21st of March, it's going to be Super Clash. You will not want to miss that. Get your tickets right now at Fringe Tix. You're going to see Hugh Beauty, you're going to see Party Hard, you're going to see all the great stars here at Riot City Wrestling in action. This is the 20th anniversary, but everything rolls on to Fringe Mania.
I'm here with Dean Brady. With the odds stacked against you tonight, are you afraid of losing the championship?
Afraid? You think I'm afraid? It's the rest of the Riot City roster that should be afraid of the RCW Grand Champion. I'm in a 4-way tonight. Do you think I'm challenging them? It's them that are challenging me. They're in a 4-way with me. They're the ones that are going to be afraid. Now get out.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
Hello, this is Lily.
let's just take stock to realize that this is only Layla Page's second ever match. And that reaction was enormous. That's something you could expect for someone that's been here for like 3, 4, 5 years maybe, Sean.
You know what? If you're Layla Page, there is no way that you are not coming into this match with a whirlwind of confidence, not only to have the backing of the crowd here at RCW and the Goodwood Community Centre, but to have the knowledge that you can pin and you can beat Mickey Fortune.
Yeah, well, Layla Page is the talk of the town right now. Everyone who's anyone is noticing this young woman and noticing that she has a huge future ahead of her. Sure, we've only seen her in one match, but my God, was that impressive.
And you know what? Everything I just said before, I say with this caveat. That was a Mickey Fortune that was maybe taking things a little too lightly. I am about to question, because this is the huntress that took out her husband. This is the huntress that put Havoc on the shelf. What do you think this Mickey Fortune is going to do to Layla Page coming off of Main Street Mayhem?
Look, you maybe it was luck. Maybe it was luck that Layla Page got that win over Mickey Fortune, but I'm telling you right now, to pin Mickey Fortune once is one thing. To pin her twice, well, that is just an enormous task that Layla Page has right in front of her right now.
And of course, we are on a bigger stage now. This is the first for Layla Page. For Mickey Fortune, it is almost a home field advantage. The crowd may not be behind her, but the experience is firmly in Fortune's court.
Pressure is mounting because, as you correctly pointed out, this is the largest crowd Layla Page has ever performed in front of. A huge stage, so many eyes already on this young woman.
Well, that's not a handshake you should accept. Absolutely not.
Disingenuous, you think?
Layla Page absolutely should know better than that.
Well, let's see how much Layla Page knows. She's going for it. Oh, it pays immediately,
now,
Sean. Pays immediately.
And that is on Page right there. Oh, hold on, straight away. Oh, good. Can you imagine?
History almost repeating itself.
And now, I was going to say, I really expected Fortune to come in with an absolute avalanche of fire and verve and vigor, but I think now she's even locked in harder. She is more cold, more calculated.
Well, Mickey Fortune, 12 months ago at ReAnimated, she was in the main event against Chris Vassar for the RCW Grand Championship. That's somewhere she wants to get back to, and she doesn't want to wait around. She wants to be back there immediately. So the way she sees it, Layla Page is an obstacle getting in her way.
Well, as you see now, in Page is an obstacle, but it also represents somebody that potentially has the potential to take her spot.
Layla Page is coming in with probably the most anticipation of anyone I've seen come out of the Riot City Wrestling Academy.
That's it, with a ton of fanfare, literally.
I mean, we're talking about someone who already had a fan base built in before her debut match.
I was there. I commentated alongside her at Main Street Mayhem before she'd even debuted, and it was an electric, palpable response just standing up.
I know, that's not a reaction commentators usually get.
I never have.
A 2 count again from Mickey Fortune.
Mickey Fortune firmly taking control as proceedings continue here. This is the most dangerous that Mickey Fortune has ever been. I mean, I cannot stress enough. She decimated her own husband. Oh!
Layla Page looking to treat right now. A little bit of show boating and beautiful monkey flip out of the corner.
The showmanship is that background that Layla Page knows very well, the performing background. And now, oh my good Lord, the strength!
Oh, a cradle suplex. Don't see one of those every day.
Perfectly attributed, stacking the Huntress up.
Wow, 2 count again, this time from Layla Page.
Noticing really trying to leverage that in there, force Mickey Fortune down, understanding you might not be able to get the job done, but you might be able to catch her early again.
Well, yeah, exactly. Layla Page wants to get this one over and done in quick time, as it is only her second match. She doesn't have quite potentially the stamina, quite potentially the experience to go the distance maybe, or maybe she does. We will find out.
That's exactly it. This is trial by fire in its most pure form here. Layla Page originally asked for the matchup against Mickey Fortune. She called up Big Brody Marshall and said, give me Mickey Fortune. I want the opportunity.
And the opportunity is right here, right now. ReAnimated 20th anniversary.
There you go. The opportunity is punching her in the face and raking her eyes against the middle rope.
How's Mickey going to follow this up? Oh, Layla out of the way. Great ring IQ.
It has it scouted, but it's just one step. I mean, Layla Page could be one step ahead. Mickey Fortune is 3.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Mickey Fortune, an absolute veteran here.
Unlike other members on the roster, Mickey Fortune absolutely feels at home on the top rope in the skies. In fact, it may be where she does the most damage.
Maybe that was meant to be a Mayari attempt. Didn't catch any of it there. Watch Layla Page up in a torture rack position for Mickey Fortune.
Oh!
Just squats and slams Mickey face first into the canvas. Cover 2. Kick out at 2.
Tremendous amount of core strength and leg strength from Layla Page, really showing that power and that strength that she has, potentially an advantage over Fortune, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that Layla did hook the near leg on that occasion. Who knows if you hook both legs or hook the far leg, she might have had a better chance, but nonetheless, she's in a good position right now. Can she keep it going?
I saw as the Huntress went over the top rope, landed, she always checked her knee there, and I have to wonder, did Layla Page have that scouted?
Oh, Mickey! That's how you know you've gotten to Mickey Fortune.
I tell you what, she scattered that for sure. Oh wait, goaded into the pin.
Oh, whoa, 2. Just the 2 count. That's the exact move that Layla Page used to pin Mickey Fortune at our last Mean Street event.
Look at the smile there on Fortune. She knew she had her.
Yeah, and I think Mickey Fortune now detects a bit of blood in the water, maybe.
Layla Page still coming back through, but no, just denied, forced.
Nice Saito suplex. And I think something has rocked Layla Page. She's looking a little bit glassy-eyed now, Sean.
I said, unfortunately, it is that continued offense from Mickey Fortune, that onslaught. A vicious sword. Layla Page, I think, at this point is just trying to survive.
Gingerly making her way up to the top. Dangerous part of town.
Oh my God, what the hell? Oh no! High risk, high reward. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold on to the move.
Yeah, she was stunned, Mickey Fortune. Now driving her head between the shoulder blades. Maybe looking for an unprettier, perhaps. Going to drag Mickey center of the ring.
Fortune trying to bully her way out of it, and does so, almost taking Layla Page's head off.
That'll do it, that STO out of nowhere. And this is what I'm talking about. Mickey has a move for every situation she's in. Layla Page, not quite so. Probably not the time to go for the unprettier. Oh. Catches that Meteora right in the corner.
You know, Page went for a very complicated bit of offense and unfortunately got burned from it, and that may have been the mistake that causes a downfall in this match.
And Layla Page was able to avoid this back at Ming Street Mayhem. Can she avoid it here tonight when the lights are shining brightest? No, she cannot. The cover,
that might be it.
2-3. Wow.
I hate to say it, but I think that is exactly what happened. Mickey Fortune knew that there was a mistake, took full advantage. Oh, come on!
No, the match is over. Come on now.
It's still coming forward and just absolutely brutally attacking, and we're getting...
Oh, thank goodness. Party harder here. And look, that's the husband.
Just get off her!
The husband of Mickey Fortune. That's Zach Sabbath. He's coming out here to check on Layla Page.
Mickey has become unglued here.
Yeah, she's incensed beyond belief. She won the match. She got her win back. What more could she ask for here?
Fortune having to be held back by the tag team champions.
This is the 20th anniversary, for God's sakes. There's no time for this.
I'm glad Sabbath here checking on Paige, ensuring that she's okay.
Paige, though.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Sabbath making sure Layla doesn't do... Oh, wait, what the hell?
The miss in the face of Layla Page.
What the hell is Sabbath doing? What was that? Oh my God, the champions!
Purple miss from Mickey Fortune. And
What the hell is going on?
guys, this is, what are we seeing here?
Layla Page and the tag team champions have been blinded. Mickey Fortune and Zach Sabbath, center of the ring.
Yeah, but we talked about the animosity between these two. Surely, have things been patched up?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God, what the hell?
Sean,
I don't need, come on!
they're back on the same page. They're back together. Mickey Fortune and Zach Sabbath reunited at ReAnimated.
What in the name of family dysfunction is this?
Well, is this a new incarnation of the Kings of Ruin? Mickey Fortune, she just pinned Layla Page. She did not need to do that. Clearly, though, this was all pre-planned in advance because Zach Sabbath out there with the Mist and reuniting with his wife here at the 20th anniversary of Riot City.
I think for Sabbath and Fortune, they saw a missed opportunity and they took it.
Well, it has been quite the night here at ReAnimated. We have seen it all, and there is just one match left. Your main event. Let's get to it.
My RCW. Forcing me to defend my RCW Grand Championship against 3 people at ReAnimated. This is the best chance that all 3 of you will have. It's going to be the biggest moment of your career.
A fatal 4-way for the RCW Grand Championship. Dean Brady defends against Smash, Mr. Cliff and REDSHAW. 4 men, 1 title, pure chaos.
Doesn't get any bigger than this. The Grand Championship, the main event,
20 years of RCW.
is going to be unpredictable. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years in the making. Your main event, ReAnimated, and we have Smash himself making his way out for this one.
You want to talk about a competitor who has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given. I mean, look no further than the battles he's had over the Emerald Crown. Has absolutely fantastic showings here. We've really got to see a matured and incredible version of Red Smash over the past year.
Well, this Smash, not the same Smash, of course, that debuted for Riot City Wrestling over 10 years ago. The Smash lineage, the Smash heritage has been in Riot City Wrestling for some time, and this young man is carrying the mantle forward the 20th anniversary and beyond, and has a great chance of becoming the Grand Champion tonight.
You say young, he could be 50 for all you know.
He could be. What about this guy? Did you, Sean, in your wildest dreams think that Mr. 0 and 49 would now be main eventing ReAnimated for a shot at the Grand Championship?
Honestly, I think if you looked at the whiteboard that is Mr. Cliff's classroom, it didn't say anything about grabbing the Grand Championship. It said anything about get a win.
Yeah.
And from there, it's just been going from strength to strength. RCW 300, he realized that initial dream. Now it's time to find what is your new purpose? What is the next step in the journey?
Could be Grand Championship. Could be Mr. Cliff main eventing Fringe Mania. Sign me up for that. The vice principal himself here, ready to join Smash for this 4-way extravaganza.
You know, REDSHAW has been absolutely defiant in being a bulldozer here in RCW ever since he made his return back. It has been with the sheer intention of grasping the RCW Grand Championship, taking the people at the top of the mountain and pulling them down. And honestly, REDSHAW is in the perfect position to do that tonight.
Well, that's right. REDSHAW made his intent known when he came back to Riot City Wrestling. He wanted the grand title, but that was back when Matt Hayter was the champion. We've got a new man on top right now, and REDSHAW is going to have to go through his old rival, Dean Brady, if he wants to become grand champion tonight.
Oh, the man is different. The mission is the same. It doesn't matter if it's Matt Hayter, Dean Brady, Chris Basso, Red Smash, Mr. Cliff. Doesn't matter who the target is. REDSHAW wants gold.
Speaking of our champion, there he is, the king of Adelaide, the king of South Australian wrestling, the muscle mercenary, the chaplain of the old guard, your Riot City Wrestling Grand Champion, Dean Brady.
You know, Dean Brady channeling his inner watchman here, basically and saying to the 300 individuals, I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me. All the challenges are coming forth to Dean Brady, and honestly, that is the name of the game. Who can topple the muscle mercenary? Because the man, I have said, since I started here in RCW, he has been the one to watch. Hell, he's the one to beat.
He absolutely is the one to beat. Since defeating Matt Hayter to become your grand champion, he retained it at our Mean Street Mayhem event at the end of 2025, looking for his second title defense here tonight.
Yeah, important to note as well, Old Guard not flanking him down to the ring, seeing him off on the stage and making their way to the back. This is Dean Brady alone.
Dean Brady out here for this four-way main event. He's got 3 challenges. Each of them brings something unique to the table. He's got a bit of a minefield to dodge and weave through if he's going to retain that title at the end of the night. And let's go down to James Dalton and hear our official introductions.
Introducing first, the challengers. He is the White Rider. Introducing next, he is the Vice Principal, Mr. Cliff. Introducing next, from Smash Street, Goodwood, he is Smash! Introducing the champion, he is the chaplain of the old guard, the Riot City Wrestling Grand Champion, the Muscle Mercenary, Dean Brady!
The man is a juggernaut. Dean Brady defies modern wrestling. Peak physical condition, undeniable violence, undeniable charisma. The man is the most dangerous wrestler potentially in all of SA wrestling.
Oh, he's chiseled out of granite. He is a freak, and we're going to see that here tonight. Main event, Grand Championship. There it is, that beautiful Grand Championship handed to his sister 2 years ago, back at ReAnimated 2024. It's on the line in your main event. Right here, right now. Here we go.
Wow. Okay. That's one way to start things off. We're 2 seconds in and Mr. Cliff has been cut in half.
Now, I've got some good stats for you here, Sean. The Grand Championship, the RCW Championship, hasn't changed hands at ReAnimated since 2018, so that's 8 years ago. It's been successfully defended in one way, shape, or form ever since then.
About to say, you better be sure to get these stats off quick, because I don't know how long this match is going to last. One of the 4 competitors has been taken out. Now Dean Brady having to contend with both Smash and REDSHAW in a temporary alliance.
Watch Red Smash here. Watch
Oh, wait, oh God!
the pounce from Dean Brady.
And then there were 2.
Turn around, Brady. You're not going to like what you see, though.
Somebody at least able to rival Dean Brady for sheer physical size. REDSHAW, Dean Brady, here's a mammoth matchup.
I don't know if this is the time, Cliff. Don't think this is the time nor the place. I love you. But you got to read the room, surely.
Oh, wait, well.
Hey. Maybe that's remnants of when he teamed with Brady in the Old Guard.
That's it, we have a former Old Guard. It's hard to forget, easy to forget that Mr. Cliff indeed was a part of the Old Guard at one time.
Well, it was this time last year, Mr. Cliff joined the Old Guard for a very short-lived little stint there. Brady was not too kind to him throughout that period of time. And look, this is nice to see. Watch this teamwork here from Cliff and Smash.
Then you're seeing these temporary alliances popping up, and it's all in the name of bringing the champion down. I mean, Cliff and Smash and REDSHAW now, as REDSHAW makes his way to his feet.
And can I just mention as well, it was Mr. Cliff that was the very first opponent for Smash. And Smash victorious in his debut against Mr. Cliff. So good to see they've put that behind them.
Since then, Smash has been an absolute incredible highlight reel here in RCW. You're seeing four very distinct styles and personalities in this matchup. It's a very odd bedfellows for the main event here tonight.
Yeah, I remember, oh look, they're both trying to, can they both be champion?
What the hell happens in that case?
Well, REDSHAW able to kick out of both men's cover attempt. Yeah, I remember about a year ago, it was a star-making performance at last year's ReAnimated. An awesome three-way between Kaitoa, Smash, and James Cray. Absolutely incredible, and Smash really, really nice in that performance.
And you notice here now, the strategy at this point is to keep the champion out of the ring as long as possible. Again, the champion does not have to be pinned for the title to change hands.
Well, look, this is great for Smash. He knows he can pin Cliff, and Cliff's got a lot of confidence. If these two guys just stick it out, try to bring this down to a singles match, they've got a great chance right here.
At the moment now, they're just trying to jockey for position here.
Back elbow.
Smash attempting to dodge, unfortunately caught that stray elbow.
Oh, collision course there.
Now looking, simply grab a hold. Both Smash and the champion on the outside. And REDSHAW pulling Smash out of the ring, and the champion pulling Cliff. And now things have collided now on the outside.
I think we were really enjoying the little match we had between Smash and Mr. Cliff there. Now interrupted with more action on the outside.
Important to notice, you can't really count out the competitors here. The ref, unfortunately, our official simply needs to just let this go.
Yeah, no countouts, you're right, no disqualifications. Whatever happens, happens.
REDSHAW coming forth with Mr. Cliff up here and now making their way up the ramp. But where the hell is everyone? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't want them anywhere near me, please.
Yeah, REDSHAW taking Mr. Cliff over towards
no.
Guaranteeing Dean Brady and Red Smash.
No.
How do you go Smash? Oh my God, careful!
Oh, jeez. Watch the gear. Watch the equipment, Red Smash.
Yeah, we just say very...
Jeez, it's all breaking down here at the commentary desk.
If we just stay absolutely still,
I think
might leave us alone.
Our other camera guy has REDSHAW and Cliff on the other side.
Things are broken down. I don't exactly know how one expects to maintain order. Fact of the matter is, we got two competitors on one damn side and two competitors on the other. May not be disqualifications, but this is not Fool's Count anywhere.
That's right. This is not Mean Street Mayhem either, but this is absolute mayhem. House lights are on. Thank God we can see what's happening.
Yeah, you wouldn't want someone to hurt themselves, would you?
Yeah, I might stub my toe in the dark.
REDSHAW and Mr. Cliff, unfortunately, away from our vantage point, the champion and Red Smash near the merch stand. Things are just going to be hectic from now. I don't even know where the referee is.
Well, the referee can only focus on one thing. There, Michael Kent, senior official, over with REDSHAW and Mr. Cliff, and something's going on.
Yeah, for those watching at home, apologies. We will have our vantage point as soon as we're able.
Fans chanting table. There's some shenanigans at the merchandise stand.
Now Cliff and REDSHAW past the toilets.
Sorry, the fans are not going to get what they want tonight.
Now the champion coming back and sauntering his way back to the ring, firmly in control. Unfortunately, coming back around this way. I'll stay perfectly still.
Oh, he's got that look in his eyes.
We're fine. Okay.
He's got that look in his eyes.
I think you're doing a phenomenal job. REDSHAW, Dean Brady, Mr. Cliff. Smash is somewhere, but at least 3 of our competitors making their way back to the ring where a pinfall can occur.
Well, Smash has been completely eliminated from this one for the time being. So we're down to effectively a triple threat match here, Sean.
It really doesn't improve your odds that much. You still have to worry about the 3rd competitor.
Oh,
wait
Smash,
a minute.
Smash out of nowhere. He's back in the ring. Where did he come from?
Where did Smash come from? I can tell you where he's going. Oh!
Escalada there from Red Smash.
Literally sticks the landing.
That was incredible. Holy shit is right.
Doesn't matter how it gets done as long as you take out every single damn competitor. Really, now it's take your pick. Champion in the ring, coming.
2 count only that time. Nearly had a new grand champion. Very nearly there, Sean.
Potentially almost purposeful that Smash brought in the champion specifically.
Yeah, oh, handspring, back elbow, gets caught.
No. Caught!
Sleeper hold applied by the muscled mercenary.
About to smash and burn here.
Retro Cliff probably going to want to break this one up if Smash didn't get out of it, which
Hold
he
on.
did. Inside cradle there.
Almost having a small package. Wait a minute.
Schoolboy roll up from REDSHAW, 2 count only.
Everyone trying to get a pinfall.
Another roll up here from Smash and another 2 count.
The cradle. What is going on?
Pinfall after pinfall. No one able to get it done so far.
Michael Kent has his work cut out for him, just simply looking to count the 3.
That is why he's the senior official. He gets paid those big bucks.
Now, Dean Brady, REDSHAW colliding in the corner, leaving Cliff and Smash. Coming forward, hold on!
From that pedigree, finishing maneuver of Mr. Cliff. Dodges the knee. Here's another handspring, back elbow from Smash.
No sleeper. Only connection as Smash left in the ring here.
That's a lot of confidence of Smash to go for that again after being caught the last time. You've got to hand it to the young man.
Smash says, hell or high water, he's going to throw caution to the wind, and this is exactly where he excels the most. Unfortunately, Cliff is in a dangerous predicament. Unfortunately, now so is Smash.
Smash is up on top, and watch Dean Brady here.
The champion had it scouted. Nefarious intentions in play now.
Evil intentions. Smash has got to get himself out of this situation. He's got to avoid disaster, which he thankfully does.
Now momentarily, and here's the problem right now with your fatal 4-ways. There's always another competitor. There's always someone that is recuperating, licking their wounds and getting fresher.
And now Mr. Cliff got that superplex. No, not quite thinking. What's he thinking here?
You can see there, Smash determining.
Whoa, no.
Oh my God.
Superplex to the outside, perhaps?
I think that grip is going to be holding on to the corner, and you can Smash holding for dear life.
Well, this is extremely high risk, high reward, because let's just say Mr. Cliff successfully hits this. Well, what's going to happen? Is he going to be able to come back from it?
Well, you take out yourself as much as your opponent, but at least you come out at least a little bit less worse for wear. Maybe it worked out better. Unfortunately, now you've just got a pissed off REDSHAW. Absolutely not. What do you mean? You're going to double suplex?
Now, this is only going to end one way, and it's going to be bad for everyone.
No.
Whoa, Dean Brady's got that German.
No! Oh my Lord!
Tower of Doom like I've never seen before. The German into that double superplex. Holy cow.
The strength of REDSHAW, the man didn't even have their hands hooked. They just simply wrenched their necks over his head.
2 count now. Dean Brady has the pickings. Who does he want?
Now the question is, unfortunately, is anyone going to be able to... Oh! Smash as well.
Trio of 2 counts. You add that up, you get 6. Not enough for victory tonight, though.
Champion needs to simply keep a cool head, which is very hard for the Muscle Mercenary, but he needs to continue the onslaught. Hold on. Vice Principal has a helping hand.
Well, we said don't worry about disqualifications. It's all illegal in this one. Shattering that ruler across the skull of Brady. And could we be seeing our next grand champion, Sean?
Holy hell, absolute. Can you believe? Mr. Cliff!
Oh, and REDSHAW breaks it up.
Mr. Cliff a second away from calling himself RCW Grand Champion.
That would have been historic if that happened right here, right now. Enormous roundhouse. And REDSHAW get up for that dead weight power slam.
Dead weight indeed. That is the power, the strength, new champion. No!
And this is what you got to watch out for in this match. Even if you've been hit with a move, you've got to have that wherewithal to know that someone else might be pinning someone, and you've got to break it up, which is what Smash did just there.
You got to have eyes in the back of your head, or at least be quicker than the three others. Jelly legs from REDSHAW.
REDSHAW absolutely staggered.
Smash again finding himself the only tower among the men here.
Oh no, is this smart from Smash? Is this smart? Tope suicida to Brady on the outside. Effective.
Takes out the champion once again. Who's there? Cliff!
Oh my god, Tope con hello! Mr. Cliff gets wiped out. Smash!
Did not even realize Cliff was there until the last moment. And now that leaves one more.
Come on, Smash! Complete the trifecta! You can do it, Smash!
Smash might be seconds away from a championship victory here at ReAnimation.
Oh no, REDSHAW gets to his feet, cutting off Smash.
See, hitting that elbow, but immediately holding on. And we know exactly why he's looking for that power slam.
Yeah, from the first rope there, maybe. Oh, whoa. Smash able to handle REDSHAW there. He's got his second win. He's got another opportunity here, Sean.
Oh, wait.
Got to get his footing. Got to get his balance. 450! Wait. He cut the lights on that 450. Holy crap. 2.
Whoa, oh my god, just brutal.
Oh my god, what a disgusting power bomb. But very effective.
Has he got the sleeper on? Wait a minute, he's caught him again.
Yeah, he's got that sleeper hold on. And Smash.
I mean, the man, unfortunately.
He's going to have to escape this. Even if he gets the rope, there's no way he's going to break the hold.
Yes. REDSHAW down, Mr. Cliff down. Brady has cinched it in tight. Smash might be out.
I'm checking Michael Kent. We might have a referee's decision on our hands here. And Mr. Cliff prevents any kind of tap out.
Mr. Cliff. No.
Detention for Dean Brady. And that is enough to relinquish the hold, because I think Dean Brady's just found himself another victim.
Fortunately, I think that's bringing a flashback to Dean Brady's childhood. The man's probably had many a detention in a past life.
Surely a less than model student.
You have to wonder.
Another detention.
Oh my god, is he raking his eyes?
He's not raking, he's gouging
the eyes. Oh my god!
That is thumbs right between the eyes, right in those eye sockets.
Gotta find a way to let go of Jesus.
That's just defying the Geneva Convention there. It's against human rights.
Cliff. Might need medical down here.
It's an optometrist almost. Ophthalmologist if there's anyone in the room. And here we are, the two big meaty men.
That's it, try and gouge out that man's eyes, I dare you. REDSHAW, Dean Brady, let's go.
I'm here for it. Don't forget the rivalry these two guys had for the Emerald Crown a few years ago.
See here, neither of these men have forgot. Talking trash.
Dean Brady, who pinned REDSHAW the night he became a member of the Old Guard to win that Emerald Crown back at Goodwood some couple of years ago now.
And here we go, we're now into 2026, and it's an absolute slugfest between these two behemoths.
Yeah, there's that roundhouse again. Brady's,
champion down.
Yeah, he's down. He's down. Watch
Wait
Smash. Watch Smash.
Angus.
New champ coming. No.
Caught.
Planted by Smash with
those dirty kicks there. Yeah. Straight into the face.
Colada kicks into the head, the skull, but gets caught on the reload.
REDSHAW's ability to simply just absorb punishment is inhuman. Oh!
Elbow, knee, both men now down. Who's up in this one?
You know, there's only surely so much punishment that the human body is able to handle. We're seeing knees, elbows, tope suicidas, 450s, a broken damn ruler.
All right, well, Mr. Cliff's back in the ring, but can he see? Does he know what's going on?
Cliff has a very rare opportunity here with everyone down. He's going to take that. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on.
That's Coach Cornell.
Oh, my.
Hey, it's all legal here. That's Coach Cornell with the low blow. We talked about his frustrations. We talked about how frustrated he must be to see Mr. Cliff in the main event here tonight. And look at that, just costing him a great opportunity.
Costing him is absolutely right. Coach Cornell damn well picked his spot, and he knows it.
And we're going to be hearing about this one. Coach Cornell's going to tell us that he was in the main event at ReAnimated till the cows come home. But back in the ring, we've got Red Smash standing tall, and REDSHAW gets back to his feet. Watch the ref, Michael Kent. Wrong spot, wrong time.
Good Lord. White Rhino bulldozing through the referee. Michael Kent is down and he is out.
Cazadora attempt denied. REDSHAW switches, he switched the grip and gets that dead weight power slam, but...
Well, there you go, there's no referee.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, the referee not able to make the cover.
REDSHAW, in another life where he didn't absolutely decimate the official, can call himself RCW Grand Champion.
And REDSHAW, look, he hasn't had an opportunity at the RCW Grand title in almost 3 years. They don't come along very often. He doesn't want to squander this one. Oh my God, not again. Brady using that title belt as a weapon.
And straight back on the attack. It worked before.
It did, and now is Smash going to be able to get out of this one? No Mr. Cliff now.
No
break it up.
No, he tapped out. Dean Brady squeezes the life out of Smash and solidifies his hold on the RCW Grand title.
We'll add another title defense to the column of Dean Brady walking in and walking out of the 20th anniversary, still your Riot City Wrestling Grand Champion.
And I'll say this, no old guard, but not without controversy. Coach Cornell playing a very crucial factor in this match. We'll never know if Mr. Cliff was set to be the RCW Grand Champion.
Yeah, what was that about? We'll have to check in with Coach Cornell. But for now, we know the man who will carry us to Fringe Mania, still your champion, Dean Brady. Don't forget the comments from Ben Braxton earlier tonight. He said he wanted to face whoever the grand champion was at the end of the night. We're going to hear from James Dalton. Let's catch what Dean Brady has to think about all this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner, Dean Brady. Dean, impressive performance out there. I'm just worried what your thoughts are about Ben Braxton's challenge earlier in the night.
Ben Braxton, the Emerald Crown holder. He said he wasn't a flash in the pan, but he's only been here for a cup of coffee. I knew when I called myself the king of Adelaide wrestling, I wouldn't just be facing Adelaide's finest, but I put a target on my back around the rest of Australia. And if he wants to call this shot at me, the king of the fringe, if he wants to do business here, shut up, I've got a microphone and you don't. From New South Wales and call this show at the Fringe. It's going to be the last show he ever does for RCW, and I will still be your RCW Grand Champion! No, James, you silly little man. We have not completed our business tonight. I want to know how ugly this guy is.
Oh, come on, what the hell is this?
Again, the match is over. You are still the champion, Dean Brady. You're going into Fringe Mania.
Rabid animals descending upon Smash. He's trying to take his mask off.
They're trying to remove the mask of Smash.
REDSHAW back in the ring, trying to at least restore some sort of honor.
Brady just too much though, too much for REDSHAW. The old guard at full strength here. Come on.
The old guard is absolutely decimating the opposition in the ring here. It's still, hold on.
That music. Surely not. Well, it wouldn't be the 20th anniversary without him, would it? And all attention now on the entranceway.
That's right, thankfully, Smash and REDSHAW have been relinquished from their pain as Matt Hayter looks to make his way.
Wait, turn around. There he is. He's in the ring. Matt Hayter's in the ring. Say goodnight, Violet Blitz. I don't think Brady's realized it. Now he has.
Matt Hayter running roughshed, taking Grim out.
Taking himself out. All hell is breaking loose here.
Dean Brady looking to almost command attention. Hold on! Smash is in the ring! REDSHAW is in the ring, and they have help!
Well, this will be revenge for the demasking attempt earlier.
Here we go. Brady tucking tail, and I will say that may be the wisest thing he's done tonight.
That just shows us the man that Dean Brady is, doesn't it? He's going to live to fight another day by the looks of things.
Understanding that in this situation, the old guard did not have the advantage, and therefore he wants absolutely none of it.
Well, Dean Brady, your champion heading into Fringe Mania. What a night we have had here at ReAnimated, the 20th anniversary. We have so much to look forward to. 3 major Fringe events. 2026 looks to be the biggest year of Riot City Wrestling yet.
And you can see here, this may be the future of what RCW has to offer. There will always be challenges. There will always be violence. There will always be wrestling. And for 2026, there will always be REDSHAW and Smash and Mr. Cliff to bring things forward.
That's right. The past, the present, and the future of Riot City Wrestling was on display tonight. Please join us as we roll forward into this historic, history-making year. For Sean Thomas, I have been the historian, Angus R. Dacey. Until next we meet, farewell for now, but not forever.
When you turned out the light and walked out the door, I said to myself, what did I come here for? Did you have a good time drinking whiskey and rhyme? And did you wanna be Bonnie and Clyde? What goes on in your mind? What goes on in your head?